Hi, I'm Liz, Fitwell trainer. Let's warm up. We're gonna start down at the bottom with our feet. So place your feet right under your hips and lift one heel off the floor, bending that knee, and switch to the other side. We're gonna do this to stretch out the muscles in our feet and in our ankles as well. There we go. Go ahead and plant one set of toes on the floor and roll out those ankles. 3, 2, 1, and reverse direction. Doesn't matter which one. And switch feet. Plant the toes. Go ahead and roll out the ankle and reverse direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Before we move up the chain, let's place those feet right under your hips one more time and come up and down on your tippy toes, lifting those heels off the floor. We're gonna do 3 more together wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and start marching in place. Bring your upper leg up so that it's parallel with the floor. I like to march my hands here along with my legs, but you can place yours at your hips if you like. Let's turn that into a butt kicker. We're gonna bring our heels up and back towards your butt. Alternate. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Let's place your feet now, shoulder width apart, hands on your hips, and let's make big hip circles. There we go. 2 more, and 1 more, and reverse. You want to keep your knees pretty straight here as you reach in all directions with those hips. 1 more, and there we go. Now let's stretch out the low back and posterior chain a little bit. I want you to reach up as high as you can without arching your back. Then bring those hands down, place them on your thighs, and reach down towards your toes, and repeat that. We're gonna reach up, and then we're gonna reach down. And keep going. As you reach down, let's practice keeping that back nice and flat, and your shoulders pulled back. So we wanna keep a nice straight spine, or neutral spine. 1 more time, reach, and reach, and relax that. Now let's twist. So I want you to take a wider than shoulder width stance and go ahead and twist that torso, picking up your heels and taking them with you. Let your arms swing if that's appropriate for you, and your shoulders. Otherwise, keep your hands right here at your center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the middle. Next, let's reach up with one arm and across the body as far as you can so that you feel a stretch right here along the side. As you're doing this, I want you to spend about 1 to 2 seconds in each position and keep equal weight in your feet. Even though we're leaning over, we want to push that trailing foot into the ground too. We're going to do 1 more to finish off. And go ahead and relax. Let's move up to the shoulders. We're going to roll them back. 3, 2, and 1, and forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I want you to take one arm straight. Let's try straight. Circle it back behind you and let your torso twist with you. So you're going to be looking in the direction you're twisting, and then reverse that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's switch to the other side. If having a fully straight arm hurts that shoulder in any way, you can bend the elbow and go this way. Let's reverse. 5, 4, remember to let that torso twist with you. 3, 2, and 1, and shake that out. And finally, we're gonna move up to the neck. I want you to tilt your head until your ear gets as close to your shoulder as is safe for you. Feel that stretch ever so slightly before switching to the other side. Now back to center, we're going to look right and left. Same thing, only go as far as is appropriate for you. 1 more, and back to center. Okay, now that we feel warm, you saw me shaking out my hands, we are gonna be focusing a little bit more on the wrist today. So go ahead and take a nice loose grip. You can see my hands aren't even closed, and roll out those wrists. Let's reverse direction. And we're gonna do the same thing next with an open palm. Okay, reverse if you haven't already. 3, 2, 1, and the other way. Just nice and easy here. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake that out. We're gonna move on to a little bit of activation next. So I want you to place your palms forward out in front of you. Try not to lock the elbows as we have our arms straight doing these wrist exercises. And I want you to spread your fingers as much as you can and then give me a nice solid squeeze while keeping your wrist extended here, so fingers up. So squeeze and then really wide. Let's do 3 more together. 3, 2, really activating the muscles in your hands. That being the last one, flip those hands over so I can see your knuckles. Same thing, squeeze and extend. Remember, no pain as we're going through this. 3, keeping that elbow unlocked as best you can. Last one, and shake that out. You should feel some work in the hands, the wrists, and the forearms there. We're gonna take a nice stretch before we move on. So same thing, I wanna see your palm with one hand, pull back with the other on the palm, not the fingers. Okay, let's just flip that over gently, again, pulling back on the palm, keeping this elbow nice and soft. Same thing on the other hand, say stop and pull back. You should feel that stretch right in here, and flip it over, and you should feel that stretch right on top. Okay, we're gonna drop that down. We have a few more movements I'd like to do for your wrist. So the first one is called a radial deviation. So I want you to place your palms out in front of you facing one another, and we're gonna drop the thumbs down, well, all of your fingers down, and then back up. So we're dropping down and up, and your palms stay facing one another the whole time. Down and up, one more time, and up. And now bring those elbows in towards your sides, shoulders back, palms up. We're gonna flip the palms down and then flip them back up. Okay, this is for your forearms. This is called supination and this is called pronation. It's gonna go back and forth 5 more times all together. 5, 4, and try to get as far as you can in each direction without pain or discomfort. 1 more, last one, and go ahead and shake that out. All right, now we're gonna go into some reaching. So we're gonna start with thumbs up, arms right in front of us, and we're gonna do something called I's, Y's, and T's. We'll be creating those shapes using our whole body. So I'll demonstrate. I first, we're gonna point those thumbs up and back towards the wall behind us as far as you can and bring them back to home base. Then turn those thumbs out to 45 degrees, coming up into your Y. Again, returning back to home base, and we'll come straight out, knuckles leading, out to a T, and return. Let's continue that, and I'm gonna turn to the side to demonstrate how I'd like you to make sure that you keep your rib cage down and locked, abs nice and tight, and we're trying our very best not to arch our back in an effort to get our arms further back. There's really no need for that. We just wanna get as far back as we can and warm up those shoulders. Let's do 2 more together, 2 more complexes. That's 1, and finally, I, Y, and T. You can relax that. Your shoulders should feel nice and warm. Let's go ahead and stretch those out and relax what we just worked. Cross one arm in front of your body and gently pull it towards you with your other. Being sure to keep that shoulder down, away from your ear the whole time. And let's switch to the other side. Cross and pull that in towards you. You can have a slight bend in your elbow if that's more comfortable and you feel a better stretch there. Either way is fine. And release. Rolling your shoulders back to set your shoulder blades where they belong. Let's do one final stretch for the neck. Tilt your ear towards your shoulder. Assist with your other hand if you need. And reach towards the ground with your straight arm. And we should be feeling a stretch right in here. Back to center, through to the other side. Tilt, assist if needed, and reach. And back to center. Thank you so much for warming up with me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day.